Texas has thousands of miles of rivers and streams that are publicly accessible, but they all run through private land. It's important to work with the landowners to get conservation and to maintain protection for public resource that is also, to some degree, a private resource for them as well. I'm Tom Heger. I'm the program leader for the Aquatic Resource Permitting and Consultation Team. Howdy, good morning, doing good. It's fairly common that someone calls and says, I've heard that there might be a need for a permit, or we're interested in doing some kind of work.
But we kind of had to snake around through here and drive across the river rock.
Rivers are constantly moving and shaping in different ways. And so when you go in and you start to dig in a stream bed, it causes changes both up and downstream. And so helping people understand that they're actually could be impacting a stream in a negative way, it gives them a chance to think about it.
Fish can pass through this, but they can't pass through a fast-moving film of water.
We had an existing low water crossing, and we needed a passageway to get home. It was really great working with Texas Parks and Wildlife, and especially Tom, because there was a lot of things that I thought we wanted to do to make the river a better place, and I was wrong. One thing that we had talked about doing was maybe building the bridge up a little bit, creating a little bit of a dam, and maybe having a little bit more fish habitat.
Because, I mean, it was half an inch deep.
So basically they had a crossing where they were just driving across the bed of the channel itself, but they wanted something that they could cross when the river was up a little bit. So they just needed an elevated structure or an elevated low water crossing as opposed to at grade. One of the options for a crossing is just to build basically a dam with a road on top, and that has a lot of disadvantages. It obstructs fish moving, it catches sediment, which then deprives some of the downstream habitats of sediment. So just talking frequently about how long-term conservation can be applied to a one-time project.
After talking to Tom, we needed to keep it as natural as possible, and so we ended up going with a bridge that allowed the flow of the river to come through and made everything just a more natural Texas spot.
I think private landowners are pretty important in the conservation of these public waters. Obviously they run through private lands, but they're also a public resource because they're linear, they flow, they impact landowner after landowner. So we all have an interest in good conservation, and the landowners are kind of the beginning of that.
One thing we wanted to do is building this water crossing is just preserve the natural beauty of the land, because it's one of a kind, and it's really unique and beautiful, and we didn't want to ruin that.